So what is a major don't in an audition like that?
Don't show up to an audition dressed as the part that you want to be cast as. Just don't.
Do people actually do that?
Yeah, just don't.
Oh my gosh, that's... On this episode, we connect with Lexie Estudillo. Lexie is a DCI world champion turned Disney cast member. She's excited to share the experience and knowledge she has gained and talk about her upcoming project for the marching arts community. All right, here we are with Lexie Estudillo. We're so happy to have you.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Lexie?
Yes.
How do you feel?
I'm a little nervous, to be honest, and my Connect 4 skills are a little rusty, but I'm going to do my best.
Do you get to play with your kids, or are they still not at Connect 4 age?
They play with it, but they just put all the colors in different spots. They don't really understand the concept
no concept
yet.
All right, that's good. All right, well, let's get to know you a little bit, and let's go through some of these questions. You'll have the first question on your first putt.
Awesome. Okay. Where were you born? I was born in La Quinta, California.
Got it.
Okay. I got it right.
You did. What's your favorite part about living in La Quinta?
People might not agree with me, but I love the warm weather. The desert is beautiful in the summer and in the winter. Okay, where did I go to high school? I went to La Quinta High School.
La Quinta High School.
Yes, I'm gonna go there.
Okay, I'll go right there. What were you known for in high school?
I was involved in marching band and choir, so I was probably known for being one of those band geeks, choir geeks.
I didn't know you were in choir.
Probably.
That's crazy.
I was.
That's awesome.
I wasn't great, but I was in it.
Awesome.
Okay. Who got me into the pageantry world? Funny story. I had a really good friend that I stayed in touch with when I moved to Hawaii. I did live in California and Hawaii. We stayed in contact, but when I moved back to California, she had kind of moved on and had a new best friend, and they were both in this thing called Color Guard. And I said, what is this Color Guard thing? Like, I want to join. I want my best friend back. So I joined Color Guard.
Did you get her back?
I did get her back.
That's good.
She was at my wedding.
Okay, that's beautiful. So what was it like to learn how to do the aerial ribbons for the 2007 La Quinta Winter Guard show?
It was a challenge. Unfortunately, we didn't really have anyone on staff that specialized in aerial silks. So a lot of everything I did was influenced by YouTube videos that I found. So I did my best to Google, and that was probably the challenge because I didn't have anyone to say, am I doing this right? But I researched, and my instructor, David Hill, he made sure that we were all safe and that we were gonna be successful with it. So yeah. Okay.
I almost blew it. All right.
I thought you were distracted.
I know, I was, honestly. This is tough on this end as well.
What drum corps did you first audition for? I only ever auditioned for Blue Devils. Okay. Oh no.
Who was the first person you told that you made the Blue Devils?
On my 17th birthday, I received my letter from Blue Devils.
Nice.
That I was first on the waiting list. It wasn't devastating.
Right.
I was pretty bummed, but my best friend Chris, who did make it, said, email Scott, see what he says, what you can work on. And I emailed Scott, and by the time he got back to me, there was an opening. So he said, I'll see you at April Camp. I was
awesome.
Like, all right. So I guess Chris is the first person that I ended up calling and telling the good news to.
And this is Chris Cordova, right?
Yes. Okay, I know where this one's going. Okay. How many years did you march drum corps? I marched 5 years of drum corps with Blue Devils.
5 years.
2007 to 2011. Yeah.
So what was the most memorable show you had with the Blue Devils?
There were so many memorable shows, but I feel like my final show on the field, my age out year, there was a transition to the ending flag hit where I transitioned on the front sideline, and I was on like the 15-yard line. There was no one really in the stands right in front of me except for my then boyfriend, now husband, who was sitting right in front of me, and he went, yeah. And I remember getting my equipment and like looking up and seeing him, and it's surprising me, and then being like, oh no, like what count am I on? Because I led the entire flag line out onto the field. So I was kind of upset about it at the same time, but it was super memorable because it was cool to have him as a part of that memory, as it was my final time on the field.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And that's Steven Estudillo. Check out his pastime episodes.
All right. Okay, how many years of Winter Guard did you march? I marched 2 years at Corona Winter Guard in 2008 and 2009.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Ooh, I can't go there. Let's go.
Okay. So what was the most special memory you have when as a performer with Corona?
I feel like my most memorable moments were not performances. They were rehearsals. Corona was well known for doing lots of crazy tricks. Michael Shapiro is so brilliant and creative with the tricks that he would teach us.
Right.
And I would love when he would say, hey, who can try this? And being like right up in the front and being able to achieve it, and that like success, that feeling of like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna flip over someone's body after they toss a weapon and then catch it, be able to spot it in time to analyze where my hands need to be at the right time. And it seemed so impossible, and then that became a reality. And then I did it in front of thousands of people, and it was to be able to look at something that seemed so impossible and then achieve it at a high level was really cool. Definitely. I wish I could bottle it and keep it forever. Such good memories. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I know, I think I just lost.
That's okay.
Oh, man.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, Lexie.
No, that's fine.
I did it.
That's fine. I
Well,
should have practiced. Okay.
What would you say are the biggest differences between performing in DCI and performing on Main Street at Disneyland?
Oh, I love that question. One of the biggest differences that I noticed right away was proximity to your audience or to your guests, where in DCI, your audience is massive, they're super far away, you can't really make out details of people, and you're performing up to a box, where my direction of attention was changed. Everyone was at my eye level, and I could see words on shirts, or I could see like the Apple on the back of cell phones, and I feel like it added an extra level of pressure because you were so close. So those any errors that you would have are not really forgivable. So that was probably the biggest challenge, was getting used to being so close to my audience.
So my conversation with Carol Abohatab was that so many people try to almost kind of take a little bit of the life away of the individual when they're cleaning. Is there something that you do specifically at Disney that you maintain that like individualistic quality while trying to have this uniform look across?
Yes, of course. That's awesome that you said that. So whether you're a character on Main Street at Disneyland, or you're a character on a field or on a floor in a gym, I think it's important to not try to embody a character and become a character, but it's important to research and dig into what your character qualities are and layer them on top of what you personally feel and make them relatable. Because I feel like if you're trying too hard to be something you're not, it's not going to feel real or authentic. And if you're layering reactions or emotions of how a specific character or role that you're trying to portray on top of how you already feel, it feels more natural to your guests or to your audience.
Got it. That's awesome. Since becoming a trainer for the cast members at Disney, what is the first thing you do to try to pull performance quality out of them?
I feel like the first thing I would want to do is like an icebreaker, or just telling them that it's okay. You're going to feel odd. We're going to do some interesting activities. Just be bold, put yourself out there. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all here to learn. So that was kind of how I would preface our training of, it's going to feel funny, but just do your best and you'll learn.
Yeah. So you've recently started diving into doing some character classes, right?
I have been thinking a lot about how many things I learned from the color guard world that I got to apply to my Disney career, and things that I learned at Disney that changed how I taught color guard or how I designed in the color guard world. But I was talking to a good friend, Chad Hartman, and he was saying, hey, Zoom classes have been kind of getting stale with my students, and I want to do something kind of fun. Do you think you could teach some type of character performing type of class? And I kind of came up with this mini workshop program of all of more so like the performance qualities and really researching your character and getting to know that and having those expectations answered before stepping onto a field, before stepping onto route, or having those expectations understood. So he had me on for a Zoom class with his kids, and it was really successful, and they enjoyed it. I had a great time. Chad had a great time. And when we got off the call, he said, you could really have something here. Like it's so unique because it's just a unique perspective coming from a Disney world that is so focused around entertainment. And there's so many valuable things that I learned there that aren't about Disney princesses or princes or anything like that. It's just basic performing etiquette, performing practices. And there was just a lot of valuable information that I was fortunate to be able to share with the color guard world. So as I'm working on this, I am starting to connect with more groups. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this might go.
Is there anything you'd like to plug?
If you want to chat with me about the workshop or get to know more information about that, you can always email me at lexie.estudillo@yahoo.com.
Well, thank you so much for doing this, Lexie.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You want to do the honors and pull this little slab right here? You can just pull it towards you.
Towards me?
Yep. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out the pastime link for more marching arts content.